Good day, everybody. Welcome back to It's a Small Blog. Today I'm back here at the Magic Kingdom. I'm on top of the train station. I have yet another construction video for you guys today. I've been doing a lot here at the Magic Kingdom, but again, there's been a lot happening here. We have some new updates regarding the new firework shows that are going to be coming to the Magic Kingdom, as well as an update on the end of the 50th anniversary and the start of the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company here at the Magic Kingdom. We're also going to start to cover the demolition / construction of Splash Mountain as it undergoes its reimagining into Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And then we're also going to discuss Tron, and this will be my last construction video discussing Tron because it's complete. There are currently cast previews going on right now. But again, I'm not going to spoil too much. We'll get into that into just a little bit. But first, we're going to start here on Main Street and discuss what's going on with these new nighttime spectaculars, as well as the end of the 50th anniversary and the start of the 100th anniversary, and what Disney's plans are regarding the start and end of these celebrations. Before we begin to discuss any visible construction updates here in the park, I want to mention some updates happening with Magic Kingdom's current nighttime spectaculars. Back at the D23 Expo, Disney announced that Disney Enchantment, the new show that debuted for the 50th anniversary and did not receive that many great reviews by guests, will be retired soon, and that Happily Ever After will be making a long-awaited and much-anticipated return. Well, last month, Disney released the end date for Disney Enchantment and the start date for Happily Ever After. Disney Enchantment's final performance will be on April 2nd, 2023, and Happily Ever After will debut the following evening on April 3rd, 2023. We figured that Happily Ever After would be returning around that time, being that the 50th anniversary officially ends on March 31st of this year. Now, Disney said at the D23 Expo that the show will be modified a bit and that the Happily Ever After theme song will be returning as part of an updated version, but from what I've heard as of now, Disney will be bringing back the show in its entirety and will then make some enhancements to the show later this year for the 100th anniversary. Probably some sort of like 100th anniversary tag at the beginning or at the end of the show, you know, something like that. And speaking of the 100th anniversary, the official calendar date for that will be on October 16th of this year. We know that Disney has some special things planned for the day of, but we haven't heard anything specific yet. The 100th anniversary festivities haven't begun here at Disney World yet because we're still wrapping up the 50th, but it's important to note that Disneyland in California has already begun. They're kind of like the epicenter of the celebration. They too have already received some new nighttime shows as well to commemorate the event, but us folks in Disney World will be getting in on the action pretty soon. Really, the only thing related to the 100th anniversary here has been the release of a bunch of new lines of merchandise, but that's about it. But anyway, that's a quick update regarding the new nighttime shows and special events, and now let's make our way over to Frontierland to discuss what's going on with Splash Mountain. Well, everybody, I am here standing in front of the now defunct Splash Mountain. This is my first time seeing it in its non-operational form, so it is again pretty sad to see this one go. And if you are interested in seeing my experience on its final day of operation, because I was here, I did do a video on that, so I will leave a card in the top right hand corner of the screen. But again, this video is not to mourn over Splash Mountain. This is to simply give you an update about what's going on here as we follow the construction / demolition as Splash Mountain makes its transition into its reimagined version of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Now, the interesting thing about this opening date is that Disney has stated that it will be opening in late 2024. The interesting thing about, though, is that this retheme is going to be complete by next year, literally, even though it'll be towards the end of the year. Especially nowadays, that's a pretty ambitious time frame for Disney. My only concern is that this short time frame might end up reflecting the quality of the final product we get here when it opens. I know I've expressed in the past regarding my concern for the budget that's been given, because to my knowledge, it's not a very generous one. Granted, Disney has had a lot of time to plan out this attraction as they announced it almost 3 years ago. I am a little skeptical, but I do have a good amount of faith that Disney will be able to turn this former legend of an attraction into something hopefully just as wonderful. In terms of the actual construction progress taking place, or I guess really I should say demolition, is pretty sporadic. For starters, you'll notice that the construction walls surrounding the attraction have received some light theming. There's some new signage that reads Tiana's Foods that's located on some of the construction paneling, as well as some big stamps that read Southern Dome Salt Company. This is all alluding to the backstory behind the new attraction, which I'm not super knowledgeable of, but looking beyond the construction walls, you'll see that the water has been completely drained and tons of scaffolding has been set up, the most noticeable of which is located at the top of the drop and the water wheel on the left-hand side. And then, of course, there's been some demolition happening on some of the rock work near the bottom of the drop. If we shift over to the former entrance / exit of the attraction, you'll notice that the old Brer Rabbit statue issue has been removed. Heading in under the railroad station past the queue and over by the restrooms, the walls continue on. In case you're wondering, the restrooms are still open back here, including 2 Press Penny locations. So if you still want to get some Splash Mountain merchandise, not all is gone. I hopped on the train to see if anything had happened in the queue area, and nothing really has, so it's pretty quiet back here for the most part. I will say, judging the rate of progress that has been happening so far, Disney is certainly wasting no time at all to get this attraction complete, and I must say I am very excited to cover the construction progress that will be taking place as we witness the reimagining of Splash Mountain. That's all for now in Frontierland, and now let's shift gears to the opposite end of the park in Tomorrowland. Well, I know I've been discussing the construction progress for Tron Light Cycle Run here at the Magic Kingdom for a while now, but I think this will be my last video doing so. In short, the coaster is finally complete. The construction on this coaster has been moving at a snail's pace, and that's mainly due to Disney's cuts in capital expenditure in the parks and things of that nature. But all that aside, we won't have to wait too much longer. Cast member previews are currently taking place in next month in March, and you will pass D23, DVC, and Club 33 previews will be starting up as well. Last month, Disney also gave us a confirmed opening date for Tron, with that being April 4th of this year. I did a whole video discussing the opening date for Tron, so in case you're interested in that, I'll leave a card in the top right-hand corner of the screen. But other than that, there's not really much else to discuss here with Tron. Granted, there are some little things that still have yet to be complete, like this new concession stand outside of the ride or the retheme of the gift shop as you exit Space Mountain, but for the most part, everything is finished. You'll also notice there's some scaffolding on top of Space Mountain because they're giving it a refreshed paint job, but that's unrelated to Tron. I was actually invited by a cast member friend to join her for cast previews this upcoming weekend, so once I get a chance to go, I'll definitely be sure to do a vlog for you guys. But once again, Tron will finally open on April 4th of this year, which is also the day after Happily Ever After returns to the Magic Kingdom. The first couple of days in April are going to be big for the Magic Kingdom in particular, because on April 2nd, Disney Enchantment ends, April 3rd, Happily Ever After returns, and on April 4th, Tron opens. And Epcot will also be busy during that time frame too. In my last video, I was at Epcot and I discussed that Harmonious will be ending on the same night as Disney Enchantment, and Epcot Forever will be returning the same night as Happily Ever After too. There's certainly a lot to look forward to this spring at Walt Disney World, and I can't wait to cover it all for you guys as it all comes to fruition. All right, everybody. Well, that is going to wrap up this construction vlog here at the Magic Kingdom. I hope that you enjoyed everything that we discussed regarding Splash Mountain, the nighttime spectaculars, Disney's upcoming and ending anniversaries, and of course, Tron. I cannot wait to get on Tron. That will be my next video. I'm currently here on Sunday, today's either the 19th or the 20th, I can't remember. So I will be going to Tron on Saturday the 25th. I am super excited to go. I'm going to be going in the evening as well, so I'll be able to experience it during the evening and during the day as well, and I can't wait to see it during the evening because it's going to look absolutely beautiful. But again, I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram as well. The link is down below. But again, what are you most excited for? Are you excited for me to film Tron for you guys? Are you excited about this update coming to Splash Mountain? Let me know in the comments below. Again, my name is Bobby, and with all that out of the way, have a magical day, everybody. Bye.